Hi everyone, welcome to Wednesday's strength training. So we're going to be doing back, biceps, and triceps today. We're going to be starting with some activation, and that's going to be scap, squeezes, and plank. My feet is going to be a much more difficult movement, right? So you can go feet or knees, wherever you can be successful, where you are going, I'm basically squeezing my shoulder blades, and then I'm pulling them apart. Or I'm squeezing my back together, right? Pulling them apart. Right, or I could say I'm trying to get closer to the ground and then farther away from the ground. All right, I want to make sure I'm not going up and it's not here, or I'm not collapsing the elbows, and that's what we think is happening, right? Or sometimes when people are on the feet, they bring the hips down and they think that they're squeezing their back together, okay? You're trying to move up and down as one unit. That is going to be 3 sets of 20 reps. All right, starting us off is going to be our first back exercise. I'm going to use my whole body for support, okay? The arm that is moving, that's the leg that's behind me. I'm going to be reaching, so I want to make sure I can back up enough where it's not clanking every time, okay? So I'm nice and supported, and we're going to go a low cable row, so I'm attaching this all the way to the bottom. This is going to be 4 sets of 6 reps. I want to make sure I don't have to swing my body into it, okay? Keep your body nice and stable, and of course making sure I'm not using my upper traps through here and pulling it into there, right, or letting it come up. Locking that in, pulling that down as I'm rowing. All right, moving on to bicep curls. It is going to be supine curls. So once again, I have this attached at the bottom. I still want to make sure my shoulders are back. My elbows to my shoulder is not moving as I do this. It might feel a little different, a little weird, takes some getting used to. But I'm not pulling the elbow up or letting my elbow like hit the ground or anything like that. I'm trying to hug my body as I would if I was standing and imitating that curl. It's going to be 4 sets of 8 reps. All right, for our triceps, I'm going to be supine laying on the floor again. I need to make sure I have space, right? So I have my attachment bar already set up for that. I can use this bar or a straight bar, that's fine. I'm going to treat it just like a skull crusher where my elbow to my shoulder doesn't move. All right, bringing this roughly to the top of my forehead. All right, if I need to raise that higher, maybe for a taller athlete, you can, where the attachment's at. Again, focusing the best I can, keeping this part of my arm steady, right? Not moving this as I lock out at the top. And that's going to be 4 sets of 8 reps. All right, our next back exercise, you're going to need a long bar for that one. You're going to grab pretty wide, and we're going to scoot forward a little bit because we're going to go behind the neck again today. Again, I want to make sure I'm really not pushing my head forward or my hair's in the way or my ponytail's in the way. All right, if anything, I want to pull my arms slightly behind me rather than something like this, okay? If that doesn't feel good, but maybe you can get through here, we're okay with that. Or if reaching behind the neck at all doesn't work, we can go in front, no problem. This is going to be 4 sets of 8 reps, as always thinking about not shrugging into the shoulders, keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. All right, our next bicep exercise is going to be in transition dumbbell curls. So as this one's coming down, this one's coming up. All right, so I'm not alternating where I'm like waiting for this one, okay? I'm trying to move simultaneously with each other. If you need to go a little slower, no problem. Same things apply as far as not letting that part of the arm move. I'm keeping from my elbow to my shoulder in the same spot. I'm going to lock out my arm on the bottom for each one, making sure, like I said, I'm not rounding forward or letting the weight take me. That's going to be 4 sets of 6 reps per arm. All right, our last movement for the day is triceps. So we're going to go single arm overhead dumbbell extension. I'm going to make sure my shoulder to my elbows in the same spot. So I don't want to move it down or hike up or lean over, right? I'm thinking I'm going to stand as tall as I can. I'm trying to keep my arm or my bicep right next to my ear for this one. This is going to be 4 sets of 6 reps as well.